Hey folks, Malforian here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Dev Diary 102 for Crusader Kings 3, which is all about stabilizing the Iberian Peninsula. This is just talking about the game update that they've just released today as well. So it's going to be a short video. There isn't that much in here, but there's some important things in here that I thought would be good to have in a video, just so you guys are aware of the changes. So we're just going to quickly run through it, and I'll let you go for the day. So as it says here, we're going to get the new content that was announced 2 weeks ago. It does actually list those out later on, so we won't go into that now. It is in the patch notes later. There's going to be tweaks to the Disillusion faction that starts immediately with Al-Andalus. If you've played, you'll see that Al-Andalus generally just falls apart immediately when you play, which I think is historically correct. So that's kind of why there is one kind of hard-coded into the beginning of the game if you start in 867. But they have now put in a game option, a game rule, which allows you to have a little bit of freedom there. So you can either activate it at the start, which I think is when it actually starts. You can block it till the death of the first Caliph, which it gives a little bit of randomness at the beginning as to when it will start. And then you can block it till 1020, which is, I guess, the date when it historically started. I'm not sure, but I don't know why they've picked that date specifically. But that is when it will start instead. So a little bit of freedom there in case you're a bit bored of it just always happening immediately. There's a little bit of kind of randomness as to when that will happen. So that's a cool change in there, because I know a lot of people have mentioned it just immediately happens. And then, like, if you're playing as Asturias, you can hoover up a lot of land pretty easily. So anyway, yeah, that's the big change that they hadn't shown off previously. And then they're just talking here about how cool it is for people to give feedback. So as always, again, if you encounter a bug or you have some feedback on how the game's working, I'd suggest joining the official Discord if you're on Discord. They have a really good suggestions bit as well in there as well, where you can put forward a suggestion and then people vote on whether it's good or not, and then hopefully they get put into the game. So yeah, they're just thanking everyone for all their reports and everything like that, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the only other thing they're mentioning here is there's a crash. There's a crash at the moment here where if you leave a court event sitting for so long, it can sometimes crash the game. I've not actually encountered this, so I'm not sure if it's super rare as a crash, but just so you guys are aware, if you are seeing crashing, it might be down to this. And the workaround is funnily just do the court event, which is fair enough, to be fair. You know, just do the event and then you won't crash. So yeah, just be aware of that if you are still seeing it crashing after they fixed the other issue earlier in the week. So yeah, and then we're just onto the changelog. Like I said, there's not a lot here, to be honest. It's just like a little bit of an update. So the expansion features additional events for a bunch of cultures and religions, which is pretty cool. They showed them off, I think 2 weeks ago, like it said at the top, some of the events that we'll see. So that's nice, just a bit of extra flavor, some more events to kind of spice up your playthroughs. And then free features, so these are ones everyone will get. West African pagans can now adopt feudalism and stay as unreformed, which is really good. Like I say, they showed this one off as well, so you can become feudal whilst having an unreformed religion, and you get all the benefits of feudalism. So that is cool. You do get the option to do it with reformed, so you don't have to like not reform to become feudal. It gives you both options. Just West African pagans have a special version of it. So yeah, that'd be a cool little playthrough. Stay as an unreformed faith and then see what happens. I don't know why you would do that, but I guess there's reasons. Story-wise, it'd be cool anyway. And then new content related to Canary Isles. There's the new culture. There's the new Found the Kingdom of the Canaries decision. There's a new tenet, and there's a new pagan faith as well. So this is definitely a campaign I think I'm going to do on the channel in one of the Let's Play campaigns that we do, because there's so much. It's almost like a mini update for it. There's the new culture, the new tenet for it. There's the new pagan faith, and there's a decision to form the kingdom as well. So that'd be a cool playthrough. If you do that, let me know in the comments what kind of fun stuff happened in there. And yeah, I just think it'd be a really good playthrough for like a little mini update for the Canary Isles. And the new game rule to control the fall of the Yummy Ads, that was the thing at the top about when you can choose for the Disillusion faction to start. And then they're just saying that adding some more Andalusian names to the database, which is always good. Some variety in the names is always appreciated. And then some game balance next. But the three big ones are add prestige to the King of Asturias to avoid starting with minus 600 prestige. So if you watch my live stream from the launch of this DLC, we actually started the King of Asturias, and I was like, why does he start with minus 600 prestige? I guess there's a historical reason why. No, it was just a bug. It shouldn't have been that way. So that is fixed. So you will no longer start with minus prestige as the King of Asturias. They've improved the balancing of the Disillusion factions. This is different to the bit above. So they've said they have changed the mechanics a little bit of how the Disillusion faction works. So I guess it's probably going to spawn less often it tends to be once you get to a certain size, you always have it spawn. And I think it should be super rare that this ever happens. There's so many other ways to split up a realm. Yeah, they could declare independence, they can install their own claimant or something like that to kind of change how a realm is running. The dissolution faction, I think, should be quite rare. At the moment, it seems like always happens. So we'll see what difference it makes. They haven't said exactly how they've balanced it. So hopefully it's changed a little bit there. And then block demands from claimants if the realm is managing civil wars, which would lead to loss of territory. This is a cool one because I'm sure you've all experienced where you're in one kind of rebellion, then another one spawns, then you have a claimant do it, and then somebody else has another war, and you end up with like 5 kind of rebellions going on at the same time. And this one is good because it will block demands from claimants, which kind of makes sense, I guess. You know, if you were a claimant to a realm, would you push your claim whilst you could potentially lose, you know, half the land or something like that through a different war that was active? So yeah, it looks like they'll just be blocked from pushing their demands whilst there is other civil wars going on. So you won't get that kind of snowball effect. And then, yeah, just some more little changes here or there. The AI, they will wage holy wars again. I didn't realize they weren't, but there we go. I guess the AI wasn't waging holy wars, which I've been playing in Iberia, so I've not really noticed because you can't do holy wars in certain steps of the struggle, and then also the other CBs you get are so good, there's no need to use holy wars. So yeah, I hadn't noticed this, but there we go. There's been no holy wars by the AI, I suppose. So we'll see what difference that makes. And then added a blocker for the AI to not give away their relics. I have noticed this again, I think in our recent live stream of the weekend, we just kept getting offered relics all the time. They just come up to you and be like, "Hey, I want to give you this thing," and you'd be like, "Thanks." So I guess again that was an issue with the AI, just giving away stuff it shouldn't do. And then there's a whole list of just general bug fixes. As you can see, there's quite a lot of them. There's none of them that are like crazy. So I'm not going to go through them all. If you're interested, I will put a link in the description down below to the post. But it's just a general bug fixing and just changing little bits here and there, like Elvira Jimina is now unlanded, definitely. So I guess sometimes she just decided she wasn't. So that has been fixed. And so yeah, there's just a bunch of nice, cool bug fixes. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Like I said, just a bit of a shorter video, just to kind of call out some of these things, because I know from discussions with some of you that you like to wait for little updates and things like that to the game before you start a new campaign. So yeah, there you go. There's a bunch of little things. Let me know in the comments down below which one you're excited for, which one you've maybe going to start a new campaign in. And yeah, we'll leave it there for today. If you've enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Helps other people find the channel in the future. And then if it's your first video, I cover the Dev Diaries. I also do narrative campaigns. We're doing Rise of the Habsburgs at the moment on the channel, and I do play other strategy games as well. So if that's your kind of thing, hit subscribe and you'll get it all in the future. But that's going to be it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.